Hi, this is Mark and Kayla from the Sukiyaki Media. We're here to do our first impressions review of the Netflix original series, Disenchantment.
Disenchantment is created by Matt Groening, the creator of Futurama and The Simpsons. The series is about a princess, an elf, and her own personal demon.
Of the cast of characters in Disenchantment, there are three prominent characters. Tina Beanie, or Bean,
Voiced by Broad City's Abby Jacobson.
her personal demon Lucy,
Voiced by the hilarious Eric Andre.
and the feisty elf with the O, Elfo.
Voiced by Nate Faxon.
Princess Bean is a riot, to sum her up in one word.
You talking about the drinking?
Oh, not just the drinking. The substance abuse, the partying, the rambunctious teenager that will drive any king father actually, to madness.
Yes, I like how she really stands out from the norm of princesses, which I think Matt Groening was going for that when he developed Princess Bean. And she's a very interesting character, and there's a lot more to her, and I am intrigued to see more when the time comes.
Oh yeah, her most notable trait is those buck teeth of hers. Oop, that's gonna get me killed, isn't it? Then we have Lucy, that feisty, saucy, evil imp of mayhem.
Yes, Eric Andre, he nailed the voice of Lucy. This character impressed me the most. I mean, he's literally the devil on your shoulder telling you what to do very wrong. And he seems very ambitious for us, he seems very ambitious for his role in the series so far.
Oh man, I just can't wait for the memes to come out saying of Lucy saying, "Do it, do it, do it." If they don't, I'll make it up.
Yeah, indeed.
And then we have Elfo, the poor misguided soul of the trio.
Yes, he's very naive in a unhealthy way. I mean, but funny too, man. That's all I have to say. I mean, the naivety does make you laugh.
Oh yeah, he's certainly becoming our. I can see he's going to become a really big punching bag. I hope that's not going to be the whole entire case.
Me too. I see a potential for this character.
Mm-hmm.
Getting into this series, after hearing Matt Groening was behind it, I definitely had to take a look at it as a fan of Futurama. I recommended it to Mark because Mark has a vast knowledge of anything fantasy, magic, D&D, name it. And tell me what you think, Mark, man.
I will admit, I was first very skeptical because it was from the creator of Futurama, but I will admit, during that first episode, I got hooked into it so hard I could not stop pointing out. I was pointing to you all the references.
Yeah, you literally said, put your D&D goggles on, like, oh, I get it now. I just have to pay attention. This is definitely a series for those fantasy nerds that pay attention to everything. I mean, I'm glad that you said that, Mark.
Yes, and the best part about it is that it basically flipped my stereotypical fantasy views upside down. So, beautiful. So yes, when I first started watching the series, I was very low expectations, expecting it to be a very terrible parody of all things fantasy, but after watching it into like episode 3 or 4 and stopped looking for all the references, I was just enjoying it and laughing my ass off for every little thing about it.
Aren't you glad I recommended it to you?
That I am.
I always had faith in this series. I mean, from a few months ago when I heard Matt Groening was making a new series. And, I had to be patient and pay attention, as I said earlier, but my expectations were well met with this series. And I look forward seeing what part 2 is going to be like, because this is part 1, and pretty much without spoiling it, just seeing the end of part 1, my mouth was like, I was like, what?
Yeah.
My mouth was like down. I was like, what the?
Yeah, I was actually going to start chanting the music, the intro music.
Oh, I love the intro music, but I highly recommend this series to anybody that loves anything fantasy. I mean, it really hits the nail on the head with most just watch the series. Trust me, it is really good.
As a major fan of D&D, Magic, and other tabletop games, I also highly recommend this series to anyone who loves fantasy. Don't come in with stereotypical fantasy thoughts because this series flips it on its head. I recommend it. If you like our content, please follow us at our social media and also visit our website at thesukiyakimedia.com. This is the Sukiyaki Media signing out.